You're welcome back. In other news, the Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority says domestic airlines owe the government more than 10 billion naira, and the agency has put in place automation to prevent the emergence of fresh debt. According to the General Manager of NCAA, debts are accrued from 5% ticket and cargo sales charges collected by the airlines in trust for the regulators. He said the main source of revenue for the agency remained the internally generated income from the 5% on TSC and 5% cargo sales charges. Still in the aviation sector, the Federal Airports Authority of Nigeria and FCI International Limited are partnering to set up a Center for Development and International Trade Promotion at the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Lagos. The facility will be called the Nigeria Aviation Conference and Exhibition Center and will start early next year in 3 development stages. Development followed the approval of a land lease agreement by the Managing Director of FAN, Captain Hamisu Yadudu. Now, he stated that such a centre at the international wing of the airport was often considered as investors' gateway. Joining me in the studio to react to these stories is Thisday Aviation Correspondent Chinedu Ezeh. Chinedu, always a pleasure to have you. Morning.
Yeah, thanks.
So how did NCAA allow domestic airlines to owe it such huge amount of money, 10 billion naira,
Yeah, if you dissect the debts,
All right.
you will find out that some of the airlines that owe that money are no more in existence.
Oh.
Yeah, it's, because the challenge really is airlines have very short lifespan in Nigeria.
Okay.
And some of the debts, maybe as 5 years, 6 years, 10 years.
I'm sorry to, but that means someone hasn't been keeping stock of what's going on, obviously.
Yeah, it has always been a protracted issue, the debt owed by airlines.
Okay.
Yeah, it has been a challenge because most of the time you come into the industry with high optimism that you're going to make money, you're going to do. Then you see, a lot of challenges will begin to bring down that expectation. Okay. And over time, you may not be able to pay some of the, I mean the airlines. May not be able to pay those, to pay according to as you, they render service, you pay for it.
Yeah.
So they have to really overhaul the whole system. First of all, the challenge is how do we make airlines, last in Nigeria, operate safely, and also make profit. The profitability determines the ability to pay you your debts.
True.
Yeah,
indeed. You're right, Chinedu. Running an airline is highly capital intensive, as it were. So how's NCAA carrying out its regulatory function with such huge debt scenarios?
Yeah, that's a big question because they're not getting any money from the federal government. They depend on what they earn from what this internal, but the international airlines also make payment. I think that's because if you are going to, if you look at the domestic airlines, it has been shrinking, from 12, 9, now I don't know how many we have.
Yeah.
In fact, the overall operating aircraft on domestic scene is about 48, which is a fact. It used to be very many in the past, so, but just as I said, they should, first of all, make the system work for the airlines.
Okay.
Then, with a robust operation, profitability, now they can pay their debts. Yeah.
Very good, Chinedu. Bob, just a one-off question here. Is that what obtains internationally in terms of income, internally generated revenue for the airlines, for the aviation sector?
Yes, NCAA is made to be autonomous.
Okay.
In the sense that they cannot be funded by the federal government in order to avoid interferences.
Yeah.
But this is at best in theory, because we know what's happened. But, in other parts of the world, it is the same. But in Europe or elsewhere, there is stability.
True.
The airlines are stable. The system is stable. Okay. So you can always make projections, financial projections, and it's highly likely you're going to meet about 80–85% of it.
And of course, there are checks and balances as well.
Yeah.
So Nigeria Airlines also owe huge debts to banks, agencies, and suppliers. Why?
Yeah. It's been a major issue. Some years back, there was a time one minister came, made some adjustments and said the old debts we forgive. Henceforth, pay the new ones. As is generated, you pay. But let's look at the facts. Out of 22 airports in Nigeria, only 5 you can operate in the night. So the challenge the Nigerian Airlines face is that you don't even utilize your aircraft.
Okay.
You know, at most you operate 12 hours. Profitability, the profit margin is very low. And so if you look at the history of Aero, Arik, and all this, they have issues. And so everything has to go down to how do you make your money.
Sure.
If you borrow money at 27% interest rate, how do you pay it back, and how do you make profit? So the system, the environment is very harsh, you know. A very harsh environment for airline operation.
Indeed, Chinedu, it is harsh. So let's look at the major objective of the Expo Center. What do you make of that development?
Yeah, you know, we have what we call a retropolis. In a retropolis system, you have a aviation village.
Okay.
In aviation village, you have entertainment facilities, conference centers, expo, and all this. So this may be a kind of a prelude to having a retropolis, which was part of the vision of the federal government.
Okay.
You know, so what they want to do is they organize conferences, expos, you know, exhibition, you know, around the airport, the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, which is an economic hub as it is, you know, promotion of trade and other things. So, yeah.
So why are they building it at the current location, you think?
The reason is that Lagos is the nerve center for Nigerian business, you know. So we did it in Lagos, and people who are coming from outside, we just hop in, come stay at the airport, start the hotels at the airport, do the conference, and go back. So it will be easy, and from there you begin to expand the facility, and it won't be like, I want to travel, I want to go to a port. There are so many other things.
Well, you can do it right there.
Yes.
All right, very good. Chinedu Ezeh, of Aviation Correspondent for Thisday newspaper. Many thanks for your thoughts on those issues. Good to have you.